No, honestly, he's different.
Really? I can't see it.
I'm telling you, something's off with him.
You're saying that Paul's been replaced with a robotic duplicate? That's just crazy.
Look, he's coming on now. You watch. He's not the same.
Hello, chaps. I am ready to record the round time.
Well,
No, seems completely normal to me. Aye!
Time Ram!
The ocean's dying, the plankton's dying. It's people. Soylent Green is made out of people. But not these three people, because we're needed to host Time Ram, the Doctor Who podcast that takes a Doctor Who story chosen at random and rams it into a Doctor chosen at random, or the other way around, whichever way you want to look at it. And that would be hard to do if we were just three green biscuits, wouldn't it? Three green biscuits.
It's hard. It's hard enough now, you know.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yes. But I might be a green biscuit. You never know. You can't see me.
That's true. We can't see you. Yeah,
we can't see you.
Solid green as Paul.
You damn dirty apes. That's a different film.
Welcome to 70s Dystopia podcast. I'm Terry Nation.
Yes, I'm Paul Ferry, and joining me tonight are my regular co-hosts, Mr. Rupert Booth.
Push pineapple, shake the tree.
And Barry Williams.
Yes.
Who I didn't call Mr. for some reason. I don't know what... Yeah.
I don't qualify. That's all right.
Okay, so tonight we're doing the Android Invasion, the Tom Baker classic. And who's in it? Who is in it? Could it be Sylvester McCoy? Again, we haven't had him for a few weeks.
I've forgotten who was in it. Yeah, Sylvester McCoy.
Yes, I had completely forgotten who was in it. As
I genuinely did for a moment there forget who was in it.
I literally only finished watching it about 2 minutes before we started.
Yeah.
So it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah, but yes, it's Sylvester McCoy. So.
But it's McCoy, so it's fresh in my mind.
Fresh in my mind. Leading my hands.
Leading my mind.
We went through a phase kind of in early Time Ram where it was just getting McCoy all the time, didn't we?
Yeah. We got 3 weeks in a row or something. Yeah.
It seems to have eased off and then
Isn't that why we invented the grade rule, actually? Wasn't it kind of anti-McCoy thing?
Basically, yeah. I mean,
nothing against McCoy, you know, but
this will be the fourth McCoy, which still puts him ahead of every other Doctor. So going to have a long
He's going to end up with the longest run of all, isn't he? He's going to be the decade-spanning Doctor.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just there for the entire 80s.
Yeah. How very convenient.
How very convenient. It's almost as if it had been some kind of master plan all along.
Yes.
Do you think we should be crediting John Blunt with these Sylvester McCoy impressions?
We should always point out we're actually always impersonating John Blum, impersonating Sylvester McCoy
rather than Sylvester. Yeah, nobody can actually do a Sylvester McCoy impersonation.
No, we can do John Blum doing Sylvester McCoy. We can't actually do Sylvester McCoy. Yeah.
Very wise.
This is the Doctor. Present time, the High Council Time Boss. Keeper of the legacy of Rassilon. Defender of the laws of time. Protector of Gallifrey.
The story opens. It opens with a unit soldier walking off a cliff, doesn't it? Well, he's marching through some woods at this point, and he's fine. So it's actually Max Faulkner playing this unit soldier. He's a stuntman normally. Yeah. But Barry Letts think he could act a bit, so he's in this quite a lot.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a nice what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It starts very mysteriously. The TARDIS lands in these woods nearby, and the Doctor and, in the original version, the Doctor and Sarah emerge, and they realise that they should be on Earth. They tried to return to unit, but some of the details are a bit off. Don't seem quite right. Except, of course, it's not the Doctor and Sarah. It's the Doctor and Ace.
So I was thinking, I don't know if you were both thinking the same, but I was instantly thinking replace Battlefield with it. Because it's,
Have we already replaced Battlefield?
Oh, I don't know, have we?
I don't recall. I don't think we have we?
Maybe we haven't.
Because it's a bit Unity and,
I've not remembered anything
in a
since
forest
being tied to a pole, so what do I know?
Yeah, well, I'd forgotten which Doctor it was going to be anyway. So, yeah, I might have to check this. I've had a quick check, and Rupert is correct. We had the Green Death in the Battlefield slot.
Ah.
Yeah, that is not available. We might want to perhaps de-emphasize the unit connections, maybe just have this about a local space.
Well, let's just keep a unit. Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah.
2 unit stories. It's not like the McCoy era didn't go on for 10 years. There's plenty of time.
It's true. That is true. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe set this. I don't know.
What do we, there'll come a point, presumably, when we run out of Colin Baker and McCoy original stories to swap them with. We're going to have to start deciding where they go else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've already ran out of McGann stories.
Yeah.
We've done one.
Do we extend into the 90s?
Yeah.
We'll have it just going on and do shorter seasons in the 60s, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sylvester McCoy's 4th season might end up being 10 stories long or something. Probably,
his epic 4th season.
Yeah.
1990, I remember it well.
Yeah. The epic season. After it did so well in '89, they said, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were suddenly really behind it for reasons.
With what was the new companion that they had planned called to replace?
The kind of Tim Appeal type character.
Rain, was it Rain something?
Rain?
Yeah,
wouldn't surprise me.
Masterplan. I don't know where I've got that from. Masterplan.
If you wanted, we could set this during that season with Rain.
Rain! I don't even know what she's called.
We don't know who Rain is. Let's not confuse ourselves.
Okay, no, we'll stick with Ace. Season 26 around there, maybe.
Yeah.
Battlefield is in season 26.
Yeah.
Well, we've got Remembrance, The Greatest Show in the Galaxy, Time in the Rani, which it isn't, and Paradise Towers. They're the only other 4 parts that we've got. Oh, and Curse of Fenric.
So are we going to have Brigadier Bambera in it instead of
Colonel Faraday?
Colonel Faraday.
Yeah.
No, well, the Brigadier doesn't turn up. He's referred to, so they talk about Bambera, but she's not there.
Yeah.
Dr. Smith?
Are you the Brigadier?
So, I mean, theoretically, I suppose we could put this in the Paradise Tower slot and actually have Mel in it, if you wanted.
I'm easy. As long as we get at some point to the end of an episode, I'm happy.
You want to toss a coin or something? I don't know.
Let's put Mel in it because it's androids and computers. She's good at computers. Again, we might be able to actually use her to do something useful.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So we'll put it in the Paradise Tower slot. Why not?
Right.
Yeah. We haven't used that one.
Well, that's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The android invasion's an upgrade. Who thought you'd say that?
Yeah.
How very convenient, isn't it? That whenever the TARDIS malfunctions, it always materializes just when there's a crisis brewing. It's such a coincidence.
Yeah, well, they're in these woods, and then they get chased by the sperm men.
Clarify.
Listen, they're men in big white sperm suits.
Yeah.
Big helmety heads. Sort of dark
You're not helping the situation with big helmety heads.
No. Yeah.
They're going to start ejaculating from their fingers very shortly, aren't they? So it's
yeah.
Lily white hands.
I think are loaded.
They've got lily white fingers, as they point out.
Everything instantly looks very cheap, of course, because we're on OB video.
It looks shit. Yeah, it'll be a location, but it'll look
16 mil that we've got in the Android invasion is now horrible.
Yeah. It looks like when they were filming this back in the 70s, it looks like it was just a really nice day, doesn't it?
Was it 1976, perhaps?
Was it a bit earlier than that?
75. No, it's 75, isn't it?
Yeah. It must have been just a warm summer.
It was probably a nice summer as well. No one talks about it. It's overshadowed by 76.
76.
I don't remember the summer of 1975. I remember the one of 1976.
I just about remember 76. Yeah, it was definitely warm.
Remember the summer of 75.
We should ask Paul. Paul knows about the summer of 75.
Yeah. What was the summer of 75 like, Paul?
I was 5 at the time, so
older than we were.
I think that they had a couple of hot summers around that time. I think 75 was hot as well.
Anyway, it's clearly a nice day, but there's no guarantee it is for the film explosion. And it all looks cheap anyway, so we don't care.
Yeah.
It was probably filmed in like February or something.
Not by the look of the trees.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So anyway, this guy is we learn later he's called Corporal Adams. He walks off a cliff.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yes.
Great fall.
Stuntman doing the acting.
Yeah.
So he's all the way down the cliff. It's great.
Yeah.
Well, I say cliff. I mean, it's clearly some kind of gravel quarry.
Yeah.
So the Doctor and Mel scramble down to him.
So is this going to be like Battlefield then? Is it going to be kind of going zooming through the sky? And, cut shots.
There'll be a little firework going off.
Little firework goes off. Yeah.
Arc. Yeah.
And Kev McCulloch will start giving it some. Yeah.
So they scramble down to this guy, this corpse, and they find he's got just new money in his pocket, or coins have all been minted in the same year. They find that they were in Devsham, which is somewhere where Sarah's been before to interview the locals.
I love that the film's in somewhere called Evesham and called it Devsham. I mean, wow, effort. Stick a D on it. That'll do.
Well, in that case, Mel has been to Devsham at a computer conference because she's a computer programmer.
Yeah, she had a look at the spectrum there.
Yeah.
Pointed at an Apple Mac and a very early one, and went cool.
She's constantly displaying her computer programming skills.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Eat some carrots at the BBC Micro. It was a great convention.
When they walk into Devsham, it seems abandoned. There's nobody there. And they wander into the pub, which kind of fits Tom Baker.
Yeah, that bit where he goes, let's go and look in the pub.
Yeah.
Of course, Tom. Of course you want to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right in the pub. Which, to be fair, Sylvester McCoy does in Battlefield as well, doesn't
he? Yeah.
But we can't have it. It's gone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So, the local pub also...
It's only Battlefield. Jesus.
Well, yeah, one day we will get Battlefield, but somewhere else.
Yeah.
Is McCoy also going to develop a sudden fondness for ginger pop?
Don't see why not. Yeah. And some pints of it, yeah. This pub also has sort of all new coins, but Mel is aware that the Space Defence Station is only about a mile away from when she went there to investigate some.
I totally imagine Mel saying that line. She'd know all about it. It would be incredibly contrived. Sounding.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liz Sladen manages to sell those sort of things.
Yeah, it is a tough sell, but Liz Sladen pulls it off. Yeah.
And also being a journalist does actually make sense. She might have gone there on a story.
Yeah.
Maybe Mel helped program the computers.
Yeah.
As a child whiz.
Yeah. Mel programmed the orbits for the moonshot. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, so she lost Guy Crayford.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he remembers.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, but
yes,
they kind of speculate that the village has been evacuated. Maybe there's been some kind of radiation leak or something, which is a bit upsetting. But then the sperm men turn up again. They come back with a sort of lorry load of sort of zombie villagers. And they all get out of the van.
I think at this point McCoy does a pratfall in the pub for no apparent reason. He just does it because it's his second story.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's still doing that sort of shit.
Still doing that stuff. He hasn't got the right umbrella yet, has he?
No.
Yeah. All that stuff with the villagers is very similar to an episode of Department S that I can't remember the name.
Isn't it? Yeah, I know the one you mean. Where the village has been evacuated and there's people in spear suits and things wandering about.
Yeah.
Did they should write that, I wonder?
I
don't know off the top of my head, but they are similar.
Yeah.
Was he a script editor on Department S or something? Or no, it was Dennis Spooner, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know he works
Was
on the
Dennis
Baron.
Ron Randall on Hot Coke? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously heavily influenced by Invasion of the Body Snatchers and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Particularly the pods that everyone comes out of. You're like, oh, yeah, okay, that's what you're doing there.
Mm-hmm. They're nice pods. I like those pods.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of weird technology, aren't
pods.
they? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand how Kraal technology works. It seems very odd.
Brilliantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these villagers come out and they all sort of gather around the pub. The Doctor and Mel are sort of hiding behind a little. I assume they must have gone in the toilets or something. They're hiding in the toilets and watching the
toilets.
Yeah. And then at 12 noon, the villagers all break out of their trance. They all start acting normally. And the Doctor, in his way, as he's had enough of this, he's going to head off to the Space Defence Centre.
Take me to your leader.
And he's left Mel to kind of find out what's going on.
I noticed watching it earlier on, there's one extra who looks directly into the camera when he starts acting normally and then immediately looks away. It's very brief, but it's just left in. And I think I recognised him. I think he gets shot by an Auton in Spearhead in episode 4. So he's doing all right, you know.
Yeah.
They pay to the lad. It's not many people come back from being shot by an Auton.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I was going to say, could this be set earlier? But no, it can't be because it's all unit.
No, it can't be. This is the core era now.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the same extra. It's going to be Helen. She wouldn't look into the camera.
It's going to be that man from the kebab shop in Pyramids of Mars.
What?
Third bearer in the pyramid at the beginning.
At the very beginning.
Looks like a guy from a kebab shop.
I remember what he's talking about. It did happen back. Okay. It's all good.
All right, just edit out my confusion layer.
Incidentally, I've just Googled that episode of Department S.
Yeah.
It's called The Pied Piper of Hambledown.
Ah, yes.
And it was written by Donald James.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know who Donald James is.
Donald James.
No.
Yeah, like
I think it was Terry Nation.
Yeah.
In disguise.
Yeah.
Stuck a mustache on and went, no, I'm a new writer starting out. I just want some experience. I'll do it for £200,000.
Yes.
I don't get out of bed for anything less than that and a Dalek.
Yes.
Rolykin.
So, yeah, Mel is left to talk to
how Daleks have a good time. Do they go off to a room and have a bit of a Rolykin? Sorry.
They play trains.
It just sounds like a bit of a,
Yeah.
Like Rumpy Pumpy.
Yes.
Dalek Rolykin. Dalek Rolycount.
Oh no. White wee.
Exactly.
That just suddenly came flooding back to me. The
white wee flooding, didn't you?
Where'd that come back for you from?
TV Offal.
Yeah, TV Offal. Yeah.
Yes, clearly.
Right. Fair.
Thank you, Doctor.
This is terrible. Like so much of this episode.
Better than Paradise Tower still, though.
Let's just get to the end of episode 1 and be grateful.
Yes.
Oh, God, yeah.
I was just saying, Mel goes back into the pub. She goes tries to talk to the villagers, but they're not a friendly bunch.
No.
And she ends up running back to the TARDIS.
At least go back to the TARDIS and get something to defend yourself with.
I think the Doctor's left her a key. Yes, he has. He's given her a key, hasn't he? She sticks it in the door.
I think the pub's going to be devoid of atmosphere, isn't it? Because it's going to have Kef all over it.
Yeah.
Keffing.
It's not going to be so sinister, is it? No, it's going to be
Keffing off.
Yeah. It's going to be keffed up. Yeah.
Could be an 80s pub, like a wine bar.
In this country village. Okay.
Yes.
First wine, but well, there's a space centre nearby. They drink a lot of wine, maybe.
Yeah.
What do. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I just want them to go in there and start demanding cake.
Yes.
Okay, so she runs back to the TARDIS. She sticks the key in the door, and the TARDIS just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no. Meanwhile, the Doctor has made it as far as the Brigadier's office in this space center.
Yeah.
He's got an office in there. I don't know why why has the Brigadier got an office in there? Can you imagine that?
I don't know.
The person running the space center would have the office in there.
Because he's good at space.
Brigadier would have an office back at unit,
He's pretty good at space. He's pretty expert at space things.
Does he know space?
He knows space. He's been around space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, has he ever been into space by this point? Yeah, in Mordred Undead. In the Hartnell story, Mordred Undead.
No.
The Peter Capaldi story of the Three Doctors.
Starring Peter Capaldi, David Tennant, and Sylvester McCoy. That story. Yeah.
Yeah. With the guest appearance by the fiberglass Donald Pleasance. As William Hartnell. Jolly good smacked bottom.
I remember the fiberglass Donald Pleasance.
Hey!
That's going to come in every episode from now on, isn't it?
If you could allow me access to whatever laboratories you have on this base, as well as any classified data that I might find interesting, then, while you're conducting the search, I'll check for any similar appearances around the area.
Yeah, the doctor's in this office, and he gets arrested by Guy Crayford.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who's playing Guy Crayford?
Who's playing Guy Crayford? Well,
Is
obviously...
it Richard Bryars?
Richard Bryars.
Or is he playing...
Tomek Bork.
Tomek Bork.
We've got to have Tomek Bork in somewhere other than just being something for people to be tied to.
I'm down with Tomek Bork. It would be a Russian. He'd be a Russian astronaut. He'd be a cosmonaut.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess that'll work in the 80s. Yeah. Wherever we are now. Yeah.
Well, something else.
Yuri Crayford.
Yuri Crayford. Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah, Yuri Crayford.
Yuri
Eye patch accent. Brilliant. So that means we can keep Richard Bryars for Stigger on then.
Yeah.
Is he talking like that?
Yes. Yes, I think he is.
I am Stigron.
Science, Chidaki. That is what will ensure the Kraal plan.
I was just going to say, it's a shame to lose Milton Johns. He's really good. But
Yeah, but it's not him now. It's Tomek Bork.
now. Okay, fine. He's gone. Tomek Bork. It's the super talented Tomek Bork. Okay.
I do love that bit with the I'm jumping ahead of it again as well, but I do love that bit with the Kraals where they're talking about their plan and they're leaving the room and they're just making small talk, going, yes, Stigron, that's a very good plan.
Yeah, I said that before you came on. That's a good idea, Stigron. You think that's not a good idea. It's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
It's just the way he says it. It's so chatty. You don't get chatty.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. and it's very zippy.
Yeah.
Yes, it is Roy Skelton, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chidaki's not a convincing character, but he's not yet. So we'll move on.
Yeah, we'll get to Chidaki.
Yes,
we'll get to him.
T. Clive Merrison. Sorry, we'll get to him.
We're not there. So the doctor's he's been arrested by Yuri Crayford. He kind of runs away. You wanted to call him Yuri.
Paul wanted to call him Yuri. I just
yes, that is true.
It's a shame. It sounds a bit like urine, but never mind.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, anyone called Yuri that's listening.
Yeah.
Yes. Or anyone called urine who's listening. I'm sorry.
No one's called urine. No one.
But if you are, we're sorry.
Times that are about 9 billion people now. I bet there is someone called urine.
There will be. Yeah. And we're sorry.
Excuse me, I must just go out and adopt a child. Come with me on one condition. I'm calling you urine. I'm coming with you. Well, think it through.
So there's a bit of running around. The doctor gets arrested. He runs away. Mel turns up. Mel turns up to rescue him.
Yeah.
She's run all the way back from the TARDIS. I mean, they must be knackered by this point.
She's well fit.
Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? Fitness and computers.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So she just sprinted back and turns up not even out of breath. Does a pirouette.
So we have one of those daft sort of 80s suits with spots that she's wearing.
Yeah. They're kind of not 80s suits, though, are they? They're kind of something out of John Nathan Turner's Head suits. There's nobody else in the entire world wore clothes like that.
Ever dressed like that? No.
It's the same as Perry. Nobody ever dressed like Perry.
I never saw anyone walking around like that in the 80s.
No.
That's true. Yeah. Just Doctor Who. That was it. Actually, what's happened is Crayford's locked the Doctor in a cell. So Mel comes in to rescue him, and then we get the end of episode 1 because Stigron's got a little face hole.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Stigron's face hole.
Stigron's face hole. He's built this office block with he's remembered to include a little face hole.
He's got a little spy bit
so he can look through it.
And have a look through because they haven't looked at the camera.
Yeah.
So,
that's the end of episode 1. So we're there. We made it.
Excellent. Let's have a rest now. Come back in a week's time.
I have to say, when I was watching that, I did think there's actually very little in episode 1 that you would change really for McCoy. It's fairly kind of generic. It would fit equally well with McCoy.
It's a very generic story. It's just one. I think it always gets overlooked being sandwiched between Pyramids and Breda Morbius.
Yeah,
but it's a very Terry Nation script.
Yeah.
It's an adventure.
It's very competently structured. Coming up, there's a lot of capture and escape going on, but it all advances the plot.
It does.
Yeah,
it's all constantly being advanced. It's very well put together, and
There's
it's kind of
one major plot hole I can think of.
Yeah, it's kind of a lost skill almost. There's no one that writes like that anymore.
What RTD does.
Well, RTD was complaining the other day that young writers don't know how to structure a script, and he's got a definite point. It's I mean, particularly from watching the Jim movie, but but yeah, this is all structure. It's very finely tuned.
Yeah.
Is this Terry Nation's only 4-parter?
No.
It is, isn't it? Is it? No.
Death to the Daleks.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I think he works better in a 4-parter because there's definite such a lot of padding in the 7-parters he's doing, like in the Hartnell era and stuff. But I think when he's allowed to make it tighter, he's kind of the structure comes out, I think. Yeah,
well, he's an underrated writer. I mean, he very professional. He knew exactly what he was doing. It was kind of, he got the gig and he got it done. There's nothing particularly original or interesting here, but it's cool. It's all very nice.
It's and of course it's a throwback in a little way, being directed by Barry Letts.
Yeah.
It totally fits in the Kirby era. I think the Android Invasion actually would fit fairly easily into pretty much anything, possibly with the exception of Hartnell, because it's a lot of location filming.
Yeah.
But that's in production terms rather than anything to do with the script.
Yeah.
There's a few stories around this time, though, that you look at and you think that's kind of a bit of a Pertwee story. Because kind of Seeds of Doom is a bit as well. All that stuff at the start with the Doctor in the civil servant's office and stuff, and you're thinking, this is just Pertwee, this is not Tom Baker.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that around the early Baker days, I think.
It's kind of the last gasp of it, isn't it? After all the unit regulars have kind of told them where to stick it, and it's kind of okay, we won't be doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And after watching this story, I can see why the unit regulars told them to stick it. They're really poorly used in this. It's terrible. But we'll come to that.
The Vervoids are probably the best dirty joke in Doctor Who.
They're hermaphroditic plants.
A lot of plants are.
So there you go. It's based on science.
No, they'll ship anything.
There are probably 11 and handle shippers out there. You just have to drill a hole where his mouth is, and you're all set.
He needs the room. I've seen it in pictures.
I'm not saying you're not a fan. I'm saying you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Doctor Who gives a drunken Doctor Who podcast for the end times.
So we get to see Stigall now and Crayford are kind of talking to each other. They're talking about the second random unit, and Crayford says that these guys are space travelers. Mel has recognized Crayford. She's identified him as he's a missing astronaut. He's the astronaut she lost. So Stigall wants them captured alive so we can find out what's going on. Anyway, they beat Benton.
I want them captured alive so I can find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes.
They beat Benton.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I bet John Levine would have been up for it.
Yeah, we've already brought him back in the Green Death. Except this is before that now.
He had the Polaroids on JNT.
Yeah.
We brought him back in the Green Death as a second-hand car salesman.
Well, he's come back, hasn't he?
Rejoined.
He's rejoined, yeah.
This is before that. This is before that.
Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, this is before that. So he's the retirement age.
Okay.
And he's really pissed off that he's been there so long and he's still only a regimental sergeant major.
Or is he warrant officer?
30 years.
Yeah.
30 years as warrant officer. Yeah.
30 bloody years. Where's my daddy's sauce? That could be misconstrued.
To be fair, I mean, he's in this so little, we could just make it someone else. I mean, it might actually be better.
It's quite fun being Benton, though, isn't it?
Well, Bentley's so poorly used in this.
But we don't have to cast anyone then, do we? We can just use John Levine. He was alive then. He is bent on. So let's bent on.
Yeah.
Oh God, we've got Harry in this as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Well, maybe we should have used Ace so Harry could be Mel.
Shall we change it? Shall we make it Ace then?
Oh, well, actually, totally. Ace, it fits better with. I mean, it doesn't make any sense that Ace programmed the computers that lost Yuri Crayford. Or maybe it makes perfect sense.
She was on a GCSE away.
Yeah, we'll let this kid do it who wants to blow everything up. That'll be fine. It's only precision. It's only a man's life. Kind of makes the Kraal's plans look quite advanced, actually. Maybe that's why they think they can invade and conquer us, because they're really, really stupid humans. Will be okay. That is a good idea. Stick around.
So, what do we want to do?
We should probably just stay as we are. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Up to you guys. It doesn't have to. I mean, the original story had nothing to do with Sarah programming the computers that led to Yuri.
Yeah, and there's very little.
Just cut that.
Yeah.
Apart from an initial recognition of Harry, he, as you've said, gets sort of.
It could be anyone. Really could be anyone.
So he doesn't need to be.
Well, that'll be fine for Mel.
Yeah.
It could also be anyone.
Yeah. That's the thing I was saying, that the regulars are bad to use. I mean, this is Benton's last appearance. And I think the last we see of him is he's been knocked on the floor unconscious, and that's it.
Yeah.
And he's gone. That's the last glimpse.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So are we doing Ace or Mel?
I think if we're doing Mel, we need to make this kind of not Benton, someone else.
Right. Well, who's Harry going to be then?
Can we combine them? Just make them some random...
Just some bloke?
Random bloke?
I don't see any reason to get rid of Benton. I think we should keep Benton. That allows us to make Harry some bloke. Is this getting confusing?
Yes.
Let's just wheel the Donald Pleasance out again.
It's Donald Pleasance. Donald Pleasance has come back.
It's Harry.
As Harry. Yeah.
It's a fiberglass Donald Pleasance as Harry.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go with that. Right.
Okay.
And
that's because Ian Levine took J&T out for a drink and said, "You know what? Everyone remembers from that missing story that we'd love to see again."
The fiberglass Donald Pleasance.
The fiberglass Donald Pleasance.
Yeah. I've got the Shawcraft plans here. We can build them again. J&T went, "Yep, fans, fiberglass Donald Pleasance, gotcha." And then when they built something that looked completely different, but was still the fiberglass.
Yeah.
Yes.
An updated version with kind of colorized.
Yeah. Actually bears no resemblance. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good. I'm happy with that. Right.
Glad someone is. I'm not quite sure what's going on anymore.
Yeah, the fiberglass Donald Pleasance in this era would have that Kev McCulloch's music for the cleaning robots from Paradise.
Yeah.
Sad end for the fiberglass Donald Pleasance. But is it the end? Who knows?
Yes.
Who knows? You see? Yeah.
The moment is being prepared for.
Yeah. The Donald Pleasance trilogy still has more to give.
Indeed.
Yeah.
He'd be getting his own series from RTD as part of the Disney deal.
Oh, I bet he got the one-off special. I bet Ed Sladen came back to have fiberglass Donald Pleasance and company. Oh no. No. Brings them all down. Oh, Doctor, you didn't forget. What the fuck is it, though?
I'm starting to think this podcast might be nonsense.
That's the exciting thing. Nobody in the universe can do what we're doing.
Yeah. So they went away, basically.
Yeah.
They keep coming up with new theories about what's going on. So that now they're thinking there might be something from space controlling everyone.
I like that bit. That's a nice bit of misdirection.
Yeah.
Hello, undermined by the title, the android invasion.
Yeah.
It's kind of telling us what's going on. Yeah.
What are they doing? Are they Okay.
Yeah, it's androids and they're invading. Yeah.
I was trying to think of an alternative title that would preserve the mystery, but I couldn't think of one. Apart from like the Cartmel Masterplan or something like that. Or,
it was originally called the Kraals, yeah.
The Kraals.
You could call it the androids fanny about. That'd work, you know.
Deadly finger people.
Yeah, there's a great scene here where
Melanie and the Rhino Men.
Rhino Men. The masks are terrible, aren't they? I mean, you can see their you can see their real mouths moving around behind the mask mouth.
You can see that with a lot of things.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be a bit more latex in the 80s, I guess. It'd be a bit
I
more
liked them at the time.
I like them. I quite like the Kraals. I think they're quite a striking design.
I think that, like Rube was saying before as well, though, I think the design of their spaceship and everything is nice. It was it was good that they, in those days, that they just felt they could do these kind of weird designs like that in the Zygon ship. I think everything these days is so generic. Everything is just computers, you know.
Absolutely.
It's strange. I don't understand the doors that kind of come down, that kind of prongs that don't quite close. They just, you know, how is this space worthy? I you know.
If I was trapped on the side and I'm immediately doing draft excluders, making an absolute bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe an MD bomb.
Yeah.
Maybe they just have some poor Kraal's job, you know, when they take off into space, is to just sort of lie down in front of the door. It's like, that's a draft excluder.
I thought you were going to say they might have a bit
it's
of
all right, Stigron, I lie here.
That is a good idea also.
Yes. It doesn't hurt that much.
Maybe they've got force fields.
Yes. Yes, that's a better idea than Kraal.
Actually, in all fairness, that place that we see is a Kraal base rather than being a spaceship, so it doesn't lift off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
sits
fair.
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Letting all the irradiated air in.
Yes.
So it's still not brilliant. But
yeah.
We've established they're not top tier, are they, the Kraals?
No.
You know, they've got an awful lot going on up there.
No. Their plan doesn't hold a lot of water.
In which case, Richard Breyer's performances fits in really well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to use that to hold the galaxy to ransom? Again?
Basically, what happens is Mel hurts her ankle in a really, really convincing scene.
Yeah.
So the Doctor, it's just an excuse to split them up. The Doctor leads the sort of the guys that are chasing them off. They've got dogs. And then she hides in a tree for a bit. He escapes, and then she gets captured.
I couldn't help wondering, are the dogs androids? Presumably they are.
Android dogs. Android sniffer dogs.
Yeah. Kraals don't, I assume Kraals don't have dogs. So
we're kind of missing the scene where the dog's face falls off, aren't we? Yeah. Yeah,
that would be terrifying.
Android dogs.
K9.
No.
Perhaps it is the fiberglass Donald Pleasance just pursuing them through the woods. You know.
Slowly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that would be scary.
Yeah.
Fondness being. Dun, 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 dun. Mel's screaming a lot, isn't she? She's going to be screaming.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of screaming. She's getting strapped to things. She's strapped to things, and she gets analysed in this machine by Harry in the original version.
Right.
Yes.
He was some bloke in this one, as far as
just
I know.
Just some
bloke. Analysis bloke.
Yes.
It's great. He's going to be turning up all the way through as well. At the end, it's kind of like, some bloke's going to be kind of going, "Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing the Doctor again." Who the fuck are you? Have relevance, man. Is it Turlo?
Perhaps it is Turlo. That would make more sense than anything else.
Oh, I'm not going to let some bloke go now. No, you won't.
I was trying to think, who could it be? Could it be the commander of Hyperion 3? But no, he's probably in the Far Future.
Tonka Travers.
Tonka Travers.
Why is he there? He's from the future.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh, did a time storm look up and take him back there? And he's been like running a little corner shop in Devonshire. Because master plan. You're better off with some bloke, I told you, but hey, I think it should be Captain Tonka Travers now.
Go away, Brigadier.
So while that's going on, the Doctor makes his way back to the village. And he actually goes in the pub. He's talking to the landlord for quite a while.
Does a pratfall.
And then Mel phones him from the store, even though we've established that the phones aren't working.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to meet up with him. And we get a scene as well with Stigron and Chidaki. Chidaki is his second in command.
Yes.
Helen
Chidaki. Yeah.
Helen
Mirren. Not Clive Merrison. Okay.
Oh, Clive Merrison, yeah. Well, Clive Merrison and fucking...
I mean, either of them would be...
Clive Merrison.
Either of them would be acting Richard Bryce off the screen, really, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And indeed, one of them was.
Actually, that'd be really fun if you played it like the deputy chief caretaker, kind of like, well, are you sure about these, Chief? Sure about the androids?
Well, Chidaki's worried that the Doctor could turn the androids against the Kraals. I'm not quite sure why he's worried about that, but he is. So Stigron tells Crayford to program an android to attack Kraals. It's a really weird plan that he's got.
Yeah.
And then the only reason for doing it is just so he can destroy this android at the end and go, yeah, look, see, I can shoot androids. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So, that goes virtually nowhere.
Oh, please be quiet.
So the Doctor meets up with Mel, who tells him that Crayford's copying people. When they're trying to sort of do stuff, he stands behind them going, yeah.
I like the little shop.
You like the little shop? Okay.
I like the little shop, yeah. It's nice.
It makes me think of the Iron Legion.
Yeah.
The beginning of the Iron Legion.
Yeah.
Although this would have been before the Iron Legion.
No, this would have been after the Iron Legion comic strip.
No,
Well, it's the McCoy era.
Oh yeah.
Originally it was
McCoy, I meant Android. I meant the Ridge.
The Ridge.
Yeah. Of course, in Time Around the Universe, the Iron Legion might have been with the first Doctor, and
we're not doing Comic Ram. We're not doing Comic Ram. We're not doing Comic Ram.
What are their names? Gillian and something. Gillian and
Sandy?
No, I forgot their fucking names.
John and Gillian.
John and Gillian.
Can we
First
focus on
John
the
and Gillian.
It would be great though to do Voyager and Neville Main Hartnell.
Written by Neville Main. Can you imagine? Yeah. Voyager would turn out to be Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Imagine the possibilities there.
Shut up.
Yeah.
What's on with it?
They head back to the TARDIS landing point, and the Doctor confronts Mel with the truth, which is that none of this is real, including her.
Mm-hmm. None of it is real. It's all an illusion.
The original Mel was wearing a scarf, which we hadn't mentioned, but she was. So apparently,
yes,
yeah. So
a spotty scarf.
That's the only reason there's dogs in this, isn't it? So he's got an excuse to take a scarf off, basically.
Yeah. So it's nice of the Kraals to go to the effort to build the robot dogs.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Stupid Kraals. All right, okay. So end of episode 2, basically. A face falls off.
Yeah.
It's not Mel.
No, face falls off. Yeah.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah.
There might be androids involved in this somewhere.
Yeah. It might be invading.
Yeah, could be. Let's find out. Mel chases him and starts shooting after him.
Yeah.
And then
a special finger. No, it's not as if she's got a gun.
No, she's got a gun.
Yeah, it's not a finger, just a gun.
She shouldn't need it. She should have a special finger.
She should have a finger. Yeah.
Mel finger.
Mel finger.
Mel finger.
Yeah.
Once again, they're sticking my nose in with their lily white hands for you to tread.
It all kicks off at this point. The Kraals are going to destroy the village in 9
Maybe
minutes.
some bloke is Shirley Bassey. I mean, if J&T could get Shirley Bassey, he damn well would.
Yes.
I'm being analysed by Shirley Bassey. What the fuck has gone wrong with my life?
The Doctor's old friend, Shirley Bassey.
Yes. Fine, we'll stick with some bloke. Fine.
I'm just loving the idea that, the Doctor's constantly talking about his adventures he's had with people like Napoleon and stuff like that. The Doctor could be constantly talking about adventures he's had with Shirley Bassey.
Yeah. I'd watch that. That'd be a great series, a season of Shirley Bassey as a companion.
Yeah.
We'll make it season 6B so we don't actually have to do it. An entire season of Patrick Troughton and Shirley Bassey travelling through time and space. Brilliant.
This is my new theory, is in season 6B, Patrick Troughton regenerates into Joe Martin, and then Joe Martin gets captured by the Time Lords and because they're coming after the comedian arch business. They get her and they regenerate her into John Pertwee and then wipe her memory.
Why is Pertwee wearing Trouton's clothes then when he falls out of the
Wipe his
TARDIS?
memory. They dressed him up as Trouton and wiped his memory.
Right.
Because Joe Martin spent an entire era wearing Trouton's clothes.
Anyway, that's beside the point.
Yes.
What's the Two Doctors about then? I mean, that's a season 6B story, isn't it? Basically, he's working for the Time Lords. Jamie knows what the Time Lords are. The TARDIS is controllable, and he's much older.
Yeah,
So
but he regenerates into Joe Mine after that, doesn't he?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Season 6B goes on for ages.
Yeah, I mean, it might be worthwhile bringing it in, actually.
Yeah.
It might give us some leeway.
What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So the Kraals are going to destroy the village in 9 minutes. That's when the invasion begins.
Mm-hmm.
So we've got a bit of a countdown.
We have
Terry Nation countdown.
Terry Nation, yeah.
Mel is real Mel. That is still she's being tested on. They're going to test some virus on her.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Terry Nation, they're going to test some virus on her.
Yeah.
That's just what they do. Villagers are evacuated, but the Doctor gets captured by Chidaki and kind of tied to this big. I assume it's a war memorial just in the centre of the village.
Yeah.
And he's got about 3 minutes left at this point, and Chidaki's you're gonna die.
It's actually Stiggeron now.
Is it? I thought it was Chidaki in that scene.
No, it's Stiggeron.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ha ha ha! You're going to die.
Do you think Stiggeron wandered back over and going, "If I just brought a fucking gun with me"?
Now I'm going to chime to this war memorial.
Mental note: invading a planet soon. Should think more militaristically. Carry a gun.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll have to tie loads of humans to war memorials when I get there.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's good for tying things too. That's why we built one. I know they didn't build him, did they?
It's a classic example of, why didn't he just shoot him?
He's got androids with him, isn't he? With their fingers.
Yeah. He's got,
He can shoot him. Yes, finger him.
Sort of bang, Peter Davison, job.
Yeah.
Never let me out of context as saying bang, Peter Davison, job. Thank you.
That's what the designers of that Easter egg said. Bang, Peter Davison, job.
That'll do. Put it out to the kiddies.
Go ahead. Time round.
Well, we're in episode 3.
We're in
hard.
episode 3, which is, a blessing.
Yeah.
So, Mel was actually awake when they were talking about testing some virus on her. So she's kind of freed herself and sneaked out.
She did well not to scream at that.
Yeah.
Because that would have given her away and that would have been bad.
Yeah. Well, she's quite resourceful with Mel, isn't she? She's quite resourceful in Terror of the Vervoids when she's kind of listening in on people and things, isn't she?
Well, she listens at a few doors. Is that resourceful?
Well, she's not screaming.
She's plain bloody nosy.
Not constantly screaming. She has periods of quiet.
She did scream a lot.
I love the way in this one with Stigron, when they first bring the virus in, he's kind of having a go at this android for handling it without the kind of protective.
Place it in the sterilizer.
And then later on, he's just carrying it about without the sterilizer.
Yeah, he is foolish. They're foolish, the Kraals. This is the some bloke android.
Fools.
Yeah. Foolish Kraals.
This is just like they imagine this idea that they just create a load of random extras that they can do anything with.
Yes.
Is he basically the Pat Gorman? Is he Pat Gorman? Do we give Pat Gorman a kind of part?
I mean, they said to Terry Nation, look, we don't want any more Dalek stories. Can you come up with something else? And then he's gone, all right, Kraal, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doing Dalek-y things.
Doing Dalek-y things like Dalek would in the same sort of way. Yeah.
Well, on the bright side, the Kraals at least aren't drilling down to the centre of the Earth for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll want to release Stallman's gas.
Starman's got to get that gas sorted out, man.
Starman, poor Starman, I know. Yeah, noted these days. He needs a good.
He needs a massage.
To go over someone's shoulder and be patted on the back.
Yeah,
bring it all up,
Yeah.
Oh, poor Starman and his windy pops.
Yes, release the pressure. Come on. There you go.
Yeah.
So the Doctor's tied to this thing. He's going to blow up in 3 minutes. And then Mel turns up. She's running around again. She's running so much.
She is running a lot, yeah.
Yeah. And she's sort of trying to free him. It doesn't go very well because these vines are made of plastic. They're not proper vines.
Yeah.
They're actual vines. So this could drag on quite a while, doesn't it? But then eventually they do get.
But let's make it not.
Yeah. They do get free eventually, and they run back to the Kraal base, and they get in with second.
Oh, wait a minute. She uses a sonic screwdriver. Well, we haven't got one. Does that mean that the Doctor dies here?
Yeah.
She's just like
and we get Paul
sticking
McGann.
his umbrella in it, and
it falls around a bit, and
sticks his arse in the air.
Yeah.
Somehow gets out. McCoy's an escapologist, kind of. He can just kind of.
Yeah.
He just wriggles out of it.
He gets his ferret to bite through it.
He gets his ferret to bite through it. That's not a euphemism, listener. Or is it?
Now, reach down my trousers.
No, not there.
Very wise.
Go off and tell the world some cover story. I can handle things from here. As far as you're concerned, it's all over.
We get back to the Kraal base, and the village is destroyed, and they decide to go into the spear ship. No, there's loads.
They don't. They're captured. They're immediately captured by Crayford. Crayford's there.
Oh yeah,
Yuri Crayford. Yeah. So they're locked in the cell, which is where the Doctor tells Mel that they're not actually on Earth; they're actually on the Kraal's planet, and they're getting massively irradiated the entire time they're there.
Yeah, it's really bad. He'll be all right because Paul McGann's going to happen, but she's going to die. Dun, 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 dun.
Mel's going, this is where my hair and teeth are falling out. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
The Kraals are planning to invade
Yuri
Earth.
must look the right state by now, actually.
He must be, mustn't he? Yeah.
I mean, the radiation can't be that bad because, I mean, this is the thing. The Doctor keeps going, it's a really, really highly irradiated planet, Terry Nation. Yeah. And yet, Crayford's been there for ages. If you assume that the Kraals have developed some kind of natural immunity, then why the hell's Guy Crayford all right?
Yeah. Don't make any sense, does it? Yeah.
Unless those doors actually really do work.
Yeah.
But they keep them open quite a lot.
Yeah, radiation just creeping under the bottom there, just going up.
Yeah. You don't want radiation creeping under your bottom.
Every time he walks past,
Yeah. This is what Starman's problem was.
Yeah. We also get some scenes with Crayford. Crayford's there, sort of explaining why he's helping the Kraals. His ship got lost. He's got angry about his ship getting lost.
Yeah.
And apparently he was blown
Mel was
up.
looking down the floor going, let's not talk about that. I like the eye patch, mate.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Kraals reconstructed him except for his eye, since why he's put an eye patch on.
Yeah.
Because they missed that bit.
And you know the major plot hole I was talking about earlier?
I know. I know. So, he's basically completely brainwashed.
Yeah.
Because he's planning to help the Kraals, but he doesn't realize that the Kraals are planning to wipe out the human race using a virus. He thinks he's going to be king of the humans or something, I think. Yeah. And then some random bloke turns up with some water.
It's random bloke again.
It's a random bloke with his virus in the water, and he's going to poison Mel with it. And the Doctor gets dragged away to be interrogated. And he's like, Mel, I know you're really thirsty, but, that water can be used for other things.
Probably bellows it. McCoy. Oh, drink the water!
So, she uses it to electrocute the guard, basically, and get out. Meanwhile, the Doctor's getting interrogated by Stigon, who helpfully explains his plan. And then, instead of killing him, just leaves him in the analyzer. Yeah, I'll leave you getting analysed, mate.
So, but analysed so hard his brain's going to explode.
Yeah. Leaving you in a village that's about to explode didn't work. I could shoot you, but no,
I'll do it again.
I'll just do the same thing again, basically. So,
But if it's Richard Briers giving his chief caretaker performance, it kind of works. He's a creature of rote.
He's an idiot. So same thing happens again as happened last time. Mel turns up and saves him. And then they stow away on Crayford's rocket. And then we get really entertaining stuff with the massive G-forces they're taking off. A classic Sylvester McCoy gurn, won't it?
Yes, he'll be burning hard.
Mel's hair like flattened out.
Yeah.
Across like half the room.
Mel will be screaming. Somehow. And Kef will be giving it some.
Yeah.
And triumphantly, we're into episode 4.
Crayford's flying his ship to Earth. Stigon's in the cockpit with him. I'm not quite sure why Stigon needs
I
don't know, but and then
you might turn up on the screen and people might go, "What's that behind you? What's that thing?
What's going on there?"
Yeah, you'd have a little just sort of lounge.
Yeah.
You can sit and listen to Kraal music.
And then they've got androids on board in all these pods. They've got pods full of androids.
Yeah.
So the plan is the pods get ejected and then the pods land separately rather than I don't know why. Why are the pods?
No, I don't really know why.
I don't know.
In the first place, they're going to infiltrate is the space base. So actually, just leave them all in the rocket and they pour out and get their special fingers out.
Yeah. Give them a good finger in, and then yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
The Doctor and Mel, they survive takeoff, and they're getting some pods basically. So we get some scenes on Earth. Finally, we get some scenes in the real space defense.
Oh yeah, with the original Sun bloke there.
Yeah.
That we're all massively invested in.
Yeah. That's it. That guy and Benton. Benton's there, presumably, or Turlo.
No, it's Benton.
Yeah.
Just leave him alone.
So Benton and some bloke are quite worried because they found the TARDIS in the woods and they don't know what's in there, and they don't know where the Doctor is.
And you're into screaming, "How does some bloke know about the TARDIS? Who is this guy? Someone give me context. This is why we're keeping Benton."
It's not Benton though, is it? It's Shirley Bassey.
It is Benton.
It's Shirley Bassey.
No. Oh well, some bloke Shirley Bassey.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
We didn't exchange Benton for Shirley. That would be mental.
And we got Colonel Faraday's there as well.
Yes.
Patrick Newell turning up in just one episode.
Yeah.
It's so wasting him. Yeah.
Nice to see him.
Nice to see him, but
who's this going to be now?
Can we have Floella Benjamin?
Floella Benjamin. Oh.
Why not?
Yeah.
I was just thinking it's a kind of because Faraday is a bit kind of we can't get Nicholas Courtney, we'll just get him. So I was just thinking we can't get Angel Bruce, we'll just get some other actress of colour. We'll get
very JNT casting.
Yeah.
Well, Floella Benjamin turns up in the Sarah Jane Adventures several times as a scientist lady, so she could be that character, really.
There we go then.
Yeah.
There we go.
Floella Benjamin.
Floella Benjamin. Excellent.
Yeah, she's lovely. Yeah. Great. So
we should aim to, by the end of Time Ram, have cast every Play School presenter. I can't wait to have Fred Harris and something.
And Derek Griffiths.
Yeah.
We've already had Jeremy Irons, so that's all right. That's
That's true.
Ah, someone in authority.
They're just analysing, they're spotting that there's all these pods coming down.
Yeah.
Like you do. And then Mel comes out of her pod and finds the TARDIS. And then the Doctor sort of pops around the TARDIS.
Yeah.
But it's not the real Doctor, it's an android Doctor.
Yeah.
And then android Mel comes out of her pod. It's very sinister.
Yeah.
So it's just to run away.
Nice little scene, that original. The replicas in this bit that are actually kind of unnerving.
Yeah.
Again, I think Elizabeth Sladen's really selling it.
Yeah.
And Tom does the android Doctor very nicely.
Yeah, he's not going way over the top.
Yeah,
which you normally would expect from him in this kind of.
Yes.
But I guess Barry Letts was keeping the reins on.
Yes.
Yeah.
He listened to Barry Letts. Barry gave him the job.
Yeah.
So there's lots of scenes here with Crayford landing his rocket. It goes on.
We'll see this actually. It'll be a really nice model shot. The effects work in this bit will be lovely.
Yeah, they'll be a lot better probably. Yeah. It won't be stock footage of Saturn V. That just
and there won't be a chroma keyed rocket on top of the building. It'll be paint box, won't it?
Yeah.
Or they might just build a really nice model. But yeah,
it might actually look quite convincing. It'll be probably building a proper good rocket. Yeah. So yes, some bloke goes out to this rocket, or possibly Shirley Bassey. I'm not quite sure.
Love the idea of Shirley Bassey going out to a rocket. That's great in itself.
Yeah, Shirley Bassey's got a medical bag. She's ready to help Guy Crayford. So she's heading out there. Yeah. And then fiberglass. Donald Pleasance is going to follow it up.
What was he doing again? I think he was last seen chasing the Doctor through the woods. Was he standing in for the dogs?
I think he was standing in for some bloke. I think it was fiberglass Donald Pleasance. So.
Oh right. What is this guy? You see, it should have just been Harry.
So the Doctor gets to the Space Center. He's not quite in time to stop Harry and Faraday going on the rocket. So androids turn up.
Imagine Sylvester running in shouting, "You must stop Shirley Bassey going into the rocket!"
But he's too late. Benson and the others are all getting knocked out by androids. So you don't see them again. They're gone.
That's it. Yeah.
And then, it's androids taking over the whole base.
You've got an armed cybernetic killer in your base.
And then when Yeah, Florella Benjamin comes back with some blur.
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey. It's Florella Benjamin and Shirley Bassey. When they come back from the rocket, they're actually duplicate androids.
Yeah.
Because they are.
So is it like the Hulk? Can Shirley Bassey turn into the massive Donald Pleasance thing? In attack mode, is that Florella Benjamin's attack mode?
I think that's the only logical explanation. Shirley Bassey becomes fiberglass Donald Pleasance when she's enraged.
Enraged, jolly good. It's the radiation. Maybe it's gamma radiation.
Yeah.
Because it does that.
So they run around some more. There's another escape. The Doctor has to escape again. Eventually makes it back to the scanner room to jam the androids. And that's where they have a big climax.
Yeah.
He's confronted by the other Doctor. The android Doctor comes in with Crayford.
Yeah.
And we have the fantastic scene where the Doctor tells Crayford he wasn't even injured. The Kraal's put back together. He hasn't got a missing eye. He's just wearing eye patch for no reason.
I mean, it's been said a billion times, obviously, but this bit is complete bullshit.
It's preposterous. Yeah.
You know, if it happened to me, I would be drawn to having a look at the gammy socket. I want to see what was going on there. You know, you'd want to see.
Presumably, Crayford stinks because he's never had a wash.
No, he's never taken his eye patch off.
Never, unless it's a special Kraal eye patch that just washes itself.
Yeah.
Take one eye patch into the shower.
Not Yuri Crayford.
There's no mirrors, but I mean, even if he takes it off and he hasn't got a mirror, he's going, oh, maybe I can see.
Yeah. You hold your hand in front of your eye. Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on.
I shouldn't be able to see out of a socket. That's funny.
Poke it. No, that's definitely not.
It's not going in. Oh, it's out now. Oh, well, there we are. Nothing lost, I suppose.
Yeah. So, that makes no sense at all.
No, none whatsoever. No. And it doesn't even have any significance beforehand. He mentions it once, said apart from the one eye that couldn't be found. It's only the only reason he's wearing the eye patch is to set up this moment, which is bullshit. You could just take it out.
Yeah.
Find another reason for him going, wait, they lied to me.
Yeah.
Like everything else that they've lied about to him.
Yeah.
Which is everything.
Almost anything would be,
And,
Yeah.
It's just, Terry. Come on.
Terry.
Sitting there in his garlic millions, getting lazy.
So they all run back to the rocket, basically. Doctor sets off his jamming signal, and then it's Mel. Mel gets on the rocket, and she's kind of rescuing Shirley Bassey and...
Have you cracked now? Oh, Bowser's broken.
Oh,
you're doing really well. I like the matter of fact where you delivered it as well. You know, Mel's rescuing Shirley Bassey.
Hold on to it almost the end, and then I've lost the ability to kind of believe in you.
Not far now. Come on, you can do it. We believe in you. Shirley believes in you.
Ah, dear. And then they have the big confrontation at the end.
Yeah.
So Crayford comes in. He's not very happy.
Yeah.
Stigon kills him.
Yeah, it does fuck all in this bit as well. It really, this is a massive build-up that goes absolutely nowhere.
He goes nowhere. He kind of big revelation, and then he turns up and he gets shot, and it's like,
if Crayford had actually killed Stigger and perishing in the attempt, fine.
Yeah, would have made more sense.
Like Pex.
Yeah, like Pex. Yeah. But he doesn't do that. He just dies, and then
he just dies.
The Doctor comes in and kills Stigon, and then Stigon kills the Doctor. And then the real Doctor turns up and says,
well, let's change it. I think we're going
to
have Yuri killing him, aren't we? Because it's better. And also that kind of outright killing is not Sylvester style at all.
It really isn't, is it? No.
Really out of character for him.
Yeah.
Okay. Early on.
That's better, So, Yuri comes in. He's really
comes in and justifies the whole eye patch thing.
Yeah. And then pushes Stigon down into the warp engine or something. And then they...
Yeah. Well, he pushes him onto his own virus, doesn't he? Because he hasn't put it in the sterilizer.
That's right. Yeah. So he had it in the sterilizer. And he's just
put it in the sterilizer,
walking around with it like it's a,
Oh, you moron, Stigger. It's not a good idea, Stigger.
No, it's a bad idea, Stigger.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's a silly man.
And that's it, basically. The Dr. Mel. We cut to the Dr. Mel leaving.
Yeah.
We don't even say goodbye to Harry or Colonel Faraday or
Shirley
anyone.
Bassey. I mean,
Shirley Bassey, Florida Benjamin, Donald
I
Pleasant.
bet that caused carnage. I bet Shirley Bassey was really upset by that and turned into Donald Pleasance and started smashing things.
That's why you never see her again. That's why she doesn't turn up anymore.
Right.
But she's
Also
really annoying.
expense.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, Shirley Bassey, goddamn you.
Yeah. She was promised a really good role in the story, but she got changed at the last minute for this one and just ended up analysing people and turning into a fiberglass thing.
Yeah.
Ensplinment.
Should be Enspleen.
Yeah, okay.
No, I don't think it was better.
No, it wasn't better. It was perhaps wilder.
Yeah.
Yes.
We may have flown off something doing that.
Just flown off.
Yeah, just flown off.
I think we flew away completely.
Yeah, we kind of, yeah. I mean, I suppose the problem is the android invasion isn't terribly interesting.
No.
It is carried a lot by Tom and Liz and their frankly fantastic chemistry.
Yeah.
I think watching it through this time, I was thinking, blimey, they're making a lot of reasonably limp scenes acceptable.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is going to happen in the same way with Nell.
No.
The casting's perhaps more interesting in our version.
I think it's a story. The original is the story that makes a little go a long way. Quite well. I mean, it could have been a lot worse, but
I'm always quite fond of it. I quite like the android invasion. Not wrong with it,
Yeah.
Fucking eye patch.
I'm not all that fond of it, really. I kind of it's very. I find it very forgettable, and yeah.
You've just got something against season 13. You don't like pyramids either.
True. I like Brain and Morbius.
Yeah.
And Zygon one. I like the Zygons.
Terror of the Zygons, that would be then.
Terror of the Zygons. Yeah. Planet of Eel. I like that. You know. Just
Season Doom.
Season Doom. I like the first 2 episodes. Season Doom. Yeah. I don't know why. It's just something about. Some of it doesn't quite. Land for me. Yeah. We're going to give this marks out of 10. What do we ring?
5.
5
sounds generous. 5. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Which is probably better than Paradise Towers we've got.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably good for a McCoy story of that era.
Yeah.
Of season 24.
And I think it would have been a sensible one to do if we're actually putting it in place of Paradise Towers. It's a second story. You do an Earth-based, very familiar kind of thing with lots of ties to the past, which, let's face it, JNT was known for.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sense putting it there, I think. And it actually gives Mel stuff to do.
Yeah. I mean, as we've done it, it's got problems, but then so is Paradise Towers. So it's kind of, bits, doesn't it? Yeah. So
some of its problems are inherited from Paradise Towers, let's face it. Right then. Here we go. Dr. 8.
Oh.
In story 283.
Oh, seriously? Oh, Christ's sake. Right, okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be
the high numbers again.
Yeah. With a due sense of kind of.
It's going to be a Whittaker, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Well, that said speed ahead of time. It's better.
Okay, we got the Witchfinders. Unless, of course, I mean, Rupert's the only one that's got a grade left. You might, you could use it if you wanted, but, otherwise it's, 8th Doctor in the Witchfinders, which actually I could probably imagine.
I can see that fitting into the way they were sort of heading with that sort of thing.
Actually,
set it in Salem,
totally.
Yes,
totally.
Yes.
Given the Americanization.
Yeah.
So it's part of the annals of Baruza.
Yes. Yeah, another historical one for the 8th Doctor. Yeah. Doing entirely historical stories.
Yeah. Change how the time round works out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, well, cool. Okay. Paul McGann and the Witchfinders.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to watch the Witchfinders.
I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
So there we go. Doctor Who and the Witchfinders, starring Paul McGann. He's back again. We now had him for ages, and now suddenly it's two very close together. You've been listening to Time Ram. I've been Paul Ferry, and joining me have been Barry Williams.
I'm Fluella Benjamin.
And Rupert Booth.
Stop pushing pineapple now and stop shaking the tree.
So we'd like to thank Ben Jones for our music, and you can join us on Twitter using the hashtag TimeRam. Baz is at BazTimeRam. Rup is at Rupert Booth, and I am at PaulFerry8. We also have a page on Facebook, and if you want to support the podcast, you can join us on Patreon. Another way to support the show is to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever the hell you download your podcasts from. Join us again next time for more of this insanity.
Just you get to a certain point where you realise what you're saying.
Yes.
Well, one's in to rescue, forgotten now, Sue Barker.
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey and Fluella Benjamin. What am I talking about?
Something that no other Who fan ever has.
Direction point! Direction point!
A Doctor Who podcast network.